It's your boy macmean. True story, but all stories ain't true. This one is. Gonna do 50 push-ups. I don't know why I do that. That shit just feel good. Boom. So my uncles used to be doing shadow boxing in the house. You know what I'm saying? Then go outside and get beat up. Pow pow. Like, yo, we did our thing. But anyway, your boy macmean, like I said, true story. All stories ain't true. My nephew hit me about the next thing that we got on life after 33 years with Banky, and before I even talk about that, I want to just give a shout out to everybody that subscribed to me. I feel crazy honored. I didn't even think that people would want to subscribe to anything I'm saying, because I feel like, you know, when you do time and you do a lot of time in jail, you don't find your worth that quick, and you don't think that things that you got is worth something. So anybody that think that I said something that's worth something to you, man, big shout outs to you. And I don't want Danny, again, not to beat a dead horse, Danny, you our brother, you know what I mean? And we don't want to see you down that way. I mean, you got some foul stuff against you, but we want to see the best for you, man. And I think that you can make this a success story, man. Just come at us different, man. And what I mean by us is people that really kind of like had hope for you. You dig? So try to fix that up. Turn that lemon into lemonade. Let's drink. All right. And God bless you. Anyway, we talking about Banky right now, and um, I think that Banky, my nephew asked me about the story. I've been seeing it pop up now that I did the thing with Danny. So, and I looked at Banky's story. I didn't look at all the chapters. I looked at two of them, and I looked at it all the way through because I didn't want to just be doing the video on somebody I don't even believe in, right? But this cat did 33 years. He came home looking younger than most people that's 53 years old, man. Dude look like Sugar Ray Leonard. He looked like he was up in. You know what I mean? Yo, Banky remind me of like one of those OGs. Like I'm gonna tell you a story what he remind me of, right? When I first did, I did my first bid. It was a 2 to 6. I stayed home for 18 days, and then I caught it 8 to 16. Because I had 4 years parole left from the first bid, they threw it on the back of my second bid. So I end up with an 8 to 20, right? Now this is cat, right? His name was Ja. I used to play ball all the time. And Ja used to just be a quiet storm dude, like real quiet. I thought he was soft, right? And one day they let Ja out. Ja was always on what you call keep block, 23 and 1. He would be able to come out 1 hour. And this one day, I think they was walking him from the infirmary or something, because he was cuffed up that day, and they seen me playing the basketball game. I seen Ja watching. I know everybody respect him. I was a young boy at that time, right? So I thought it would impress him. Somebody fouled me, and I told him, yo, suck my penis, right? And that was just a common thing that we used to do when I was that age. And dudes just looked at me like all the disappointment in the world, right? When I went to the dorm later on, right? He stopped me. He was like, "Yo, you got some skills," and I was like, "Yeah, boom." He said, "I heard you tell that dude when he tried to play me." He was like, almost like bigging me up. Yeah, I heard you tell him suck something, right? And I was like, "Yeah, man." You know what I mean? Like it was the tough thing to do. Like it was real. That was real, right? He said, "Do you really want him to do that?" I never told nobody that again. I was about 17 years old. Banky reminds me of Ja, right? And there's something that he said that was a key that clicked in my mind. On top of the fact that he was 53 and he did 33 years, so that means he went in when he was 20. He went in when he was, didn't know life yet, right? And I'll give you my opinion on that in a second, because that's a very crucial thing that we really kind of miss, I think, in these after prison shows and these prison shows, the prison story shows and stuff like that, right? We missed that part of how young you were when you went in, and what was your reality of life at that point. Were you paying bills? Did you know the value of money, how to make money, how to sustain employment, how to have a relationship, how to raise kids, things like that, right? So he reminds me of my boy Job, reminds me of Banky in the way that here's an OG dude, you know what I'm saying, that got some game, And he said he was talking about how everybody that's dead a long time knows that the victim turns victimized all the time, right? And if you're not a predator, you turn to prey and stuff like that, right? So it's almost like for the average person, what are you thinking? Like how this is like what type of obstacle is this, right? I'm just trying to do my time and get up out of here. Somebody gonna start with me? Yes, they gonna start a fight with you. You're not gonna escape the fight. You're not gonna escape the argument. You're not gonna escape the politics. How do I do this? You know what I'm saying? And with him, in between that dialogue, I could just imagine what really happened in 33 years. You know what I'm saying? And what life looks like to that man today, right? Because you got to think about it, right? 33 years ago, how far was it? We in 20. Let's go back to 10, 90. Damn, wait a minute. Is that maybe my math is messed up? 90, 2000, 2010. Yeah, man, 90, 1990, I think. Hey, man, forgive me if my math ain't good, man. I ain't never said I was good at no math. But 30 years. I remember when I came home from doing my time, the first thing I thought about after sex, right, was what am I going to eat? And I remember I went to my mother's house and she was making some fried chicken and some macaroni and cheese, right? I asked her for this. And I taste that chicken, and no matter how good that jail chicken was, no matter what type of season was available, man, that chicken exploded in my mouth, man. That chicken made me fall asleep. That macaroni and cheese made me go, but everything was so small to me, like the way I remember things when I was in jail, because but when I was free, because in jail you're confined, you know. This is 11 years. Everything's changed. Woolworths turned to Dwayne Reed. You know what I mean? It was a Woolworths. The phones that we were using like this turned to cell phones. I remember my ex-wife, gave me the phone and I used it upside down. I was completely lost. This cat got locked up when the Jetsons was on. What were we doing when the Jetsons was on? Imagine it. Like, look at that. Imagine a computer that you can see somebody and they could talk to you. Imagine putting this little tiny box inside the microwave and come out with a big ass meal. Imagine a self-driving car. All right, that was the reality. And even though he might have had so much interaction with people that fell to the recidivism rate, going in and out, in and out, in and out, right? Oh, it's still no replica for really being in life, you know what I mean? And the shock of being home, So I just wonder how, like really, how everything is really taking place in his mind. And Banky, let me tell you something. If you ever hear this video, just know that you only been home for a little while now. You know what I mean? It only gets better. Life only gets better. We got our ups and downs just like we got in jail, but even for us prisoners, like we have so ex-prisoners, we have so many outlets. Right now, I own a few businesses. I do online commerce. I sell things online. I'm proud to say that I'm a business owner. I file taxes. I'm incorporated, and there was a time where I never would have thought about that. Only thing I was thinking about was, am I geared to work for somebody? Am I geared to stay there? You know what I mean? Like, am I geared to have a good relationship? Or am I just, practicing? Am I just going through the motions? Real human stuff that you go through, and you might not go through it personally, but a lot of guys do come home and have that, you know what I'm saying? That PTR2F, whatever it is, post traumatic, yeah, it's real. As black men, sometimes we scared to say when we need help. Sometimes we scared to say, you know what I'm saying, I don't know something or whatever. But in this day and age, in the age of information, right, it's okay to not know something and have that learning curve. You just find what you love to do. Don't just do anything, you know what I mean? Don't just go work a job because you need to have employment, Create a job for yourself. Start. And you don't think it's impossible, just get next to the people that really know how to do it. I really know how to do it. And the next few days, I'll be posting videos up and showing people how to make money online. The first video I'm going to do after we finish with this dialogue, is going to be not this particular dialogue, but once we're done. Because maybe Danny might respond and maybe I might have something to say to Danny, because I think that's very important, right? Otherwise, I'm kind of unfazed by this whole prison thing. I like to watch as it progresses, and if I have something that's good, I'll give it to you, right? But otherwise, I'd rather show y'all how to make money, right? And my first video is going to be 5 websites that can get you paid within 24 hours. This is a real look. This is like free. I'm gonna do 5. I'm gonna take 5 like experiments, 5 people and use them as experiments to make them $100, $150 overnight, so they can see it's real and they can shout it out and show other people that it's real. Because at the end of the day, what good am I doing? You know what I'm saying, by having the information and not showing you. When I first moved here to Ohio from New York, one of the things I did was like surveys and reviews online. You just find a reputable source, right, that really give payouts, and then you get with the program. While we're on quarantine, everybody should be trying to check and, get their game up so they can have some extra money, because at the end of the day, things just won't be the same. The first thing that I started selling to people was face masks. And that's the name of my website, Face Armor Apparel. FACEARMOUR Apparel, APPAREL. I sell it all. Right now we're doing some maintenance. It'll be back up by the afternoon tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, which is June 24th, right? So Banky, good work, good. I mean, just good. I just dig your vibe, and I like the way that you broke things down. I think that what it really did for me and other people like me is just remind them, like sometimes we need a reminder. Sometimes we need a real human reminder of what we came from, in order to appreciate the things that we have in front of us in terms of our freedom, our relationships. No matter how bad you think it is, like I said, man, you complain about those sneakers until you meet a motherfucker that ain't got no feet, So depression, stressing out, and just, that why me shit, it's all a derivative of selfishness. It's just selfish, you know what I'm saying? You just think about what am I going through, what I'm going through, and you let it eat you up. You lose hope, it eats you up. You know what I'm saying? Always look forward to things. And the best thing to keep you going is to give. Because in order to receive, you got to keep giving. You got to give everything. You just got to give them everything. That's how it is. Thankless game. Just give. And guess what? God or whoever your power, your higher power is, Allah, you know what I'm saying? Just good energy, whatever it is, it seems to give back to you once you give. So just give. Even if it's just in terms of service, if you got a good word to give to somebody, I'm telling you, you woke a lot of us up with your interview. And I thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? Joe, salute to you again. When I first seen you and I seen your hair, I thought you was ridiculous. I thought you was corny. I didn't even give you a chance. And then I started listening to your message. I'm like, oh, I like it. You know what I mean? I like the fact that you're human and you're transparent and we kind of see through you. It's unfortunate what happened with Danny, but I think that in an awkward way, y'all like, brothers that fight each other. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that it's smart to ever deal with Danny again, but I'm just saying that it was a good look to see a human side of the people that do this type of content, So, again, pray for Danny, because some of us was in worse pieces of shit than Danny is displaying right now. And I think that's why he didn't drop his video yet. He's absorbing those comments. It's hitting him hard. Danny, if you see this, just like brothers beating you up because you just bugging the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? Come back stronger, man. Don't shut your door down. Don't shut the opportunity down for people to see something real in you. I don't care what you got to do, right? There's so many people out here that's willing to forgive your mistakes. I don't know if I'm one of them people, because I just don't like your demeanor right now. I don't like that vibe. You know that vibe I'm talking about. You might not be able to see it on your own self, but you know that vibe when it comes from somebody else. That's how we looking at you. Imagine when somebody is doing something, lying and don't know that you know the truth. Imagine that sort of demeanor. That's the demeanor that you give off, and you can change that overnight. Please do that with your next video, man. And please don't cap me, man. You know what I mean? I don't want you to think of me. If I was your brother, man, this is the type of shit I'll do. And if I have to go in the backyard, and box with you in order to see that I love you, that's what the fuck I'll do. You know what I mean? I don't care how big you is or how much time you did. A lot of y'all long timers, man, got shit twisted, and a lot of y'all got very institutionalized. I used to have a problem with a lot of you dudes up north that had them 30 years, and you know what I'm saying, and you have some because after that 30 years that can contain, you know, they're crazy, and then you have some that's just all over the place, baby, all over the place. So Banky's a person that exhibits that honor, you know, and that reserve of a old school convict, you know, probably got all type of things he want to explode about, you know what I'm saying? But just let you know that you got some cushion back here, bro. You feel me? Pause. And Danny, same thing with you, man. Get your shit together, man. Before we beat you up a little bit more on these comments, boy. Boom. It's your boy macmean, true story. All stories ain't true. I know I didn't get, you know what I mean, hit all the points. I'm new to this. Yeah, I'm so human right now. I'm just trying to just keep it 100 with y'all. And once you see a real side of somebody, man, you know, and hopefully I can give y'all some game, because trust me, this shit is a vault, man, of wealth. You know, I got so many success stories to share with y'all when I thought that everything was against me. I'm not in no way perfect. I could be a piece of shit just like the average person, man. I'm not perfect in relationships. I'm more likely to tear a relationship down than to fix one. And that right there gave me a lot of wisdom over the years, you know. You respect the bonds that you create, you know what I mean? Intensify them bonds, create new things about them bonds, introduce your kids to something, to swag, you know what I mean? I'm into those type of things. So hopefully something I said helps. macmean, true story. All stories ain't true, but this one is. You know what I mean? I'll get back to y'all soon. Peace.